Hello, everybody. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to Queen Cancer Tarot channel. And I am the host. My name is Catherine, and I hope everybody is having a blessed and beautiful day today. And today we are going to be announcing the monthly winners and the weekly winners later on. So please tune in. All right. So good morning to all of you. And thank you for all of you who are newly subscribed to the channel. I love each and every one of you. Also, please make sure to tune into my other channel, She Reads Tarot, where I read for all 12 signs. The link is below in Tarot Talk Live. Okay. I am going to be going live later on this evening when I do announce the winners. I will be taking your questions. So if you are interested in doing that, please, if you would like to go and reserve your spot, you can. Otherwise, just make sure you have your notifications turned on so you can be notified when I go live and also when I post all of my readings. I do a weekly giveaway on this channel. So if you are interested in being entered in the drawing, I have two people that I have to enter before I do the drawing later on today. And how many ever other people would like to. And please, if you have already entered, please continue. Hashtag win every time you come into a reading. That gets your name entered into the drawing every single time. So the more chances y'all are entered, the more chances you will have to win. Okay. Um, Other than that, all of my readings are timeless. We are going to be doing a you versus them reading. So buckle up and get ready. And I will be right back. Just give me just a minute to focus on the table. Hold on for just one moment, guys. Okay. All right, welcome back, everyone. So let's go ahead and get started. All of my lovely cancers. I am thinking of a pet name for you guys. I don't know exactly what I want to call you guys, um, but I will come up with something special. All right, in the meantime, you guys, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and start with the oracle messages here. We are going to be looking at your energy first, okay? And then we will focus on your person, Cancer. So this is you versus them. This is Friday, June the 6th, 2025. Going into the weekend. So this is your Friday / weekend love reading. All right, so you versus them, Cancers, please take this reading how it resonates. You don't necessarily have to be in a love relationship or in a relationship, but this is uh, a channel that pretty much focuses on love, but we talk about whatever the cards say. So whatever energy you are sitting in, whatever energy is around you, whatever is going on with your person or the people closest to you, Cancers, take it how it resonates. This could be about a pet, okay? This could be about a pet. This could be about a project you're working on, work, a coworker, a boss, an employee, someone in the community. Okay. All right, so tell us about Cancer, please. What does Cancer need to know right now? Holy Spirit, angels, and guides, tell us about Cancers. What does Cancer need to know right now? So we have success in the reverse, and we have gather, and we have new hobby. Success, gather, and new hobby. The energy driving these cards forward, okay? Underneath the deck, starting with success in the reverse, we have theft. Okay, and for gather, we have manifest. Okay. And new hobby, we have decision. So let that sink in a little bit. All right. And we'll look at this as a past, current, future aspect as well. And behind the scenes, we have overcome. Okay. So this is going to be the challenge here. Okay. So this talks about some obstacle that you are dealing with right now. This could be in your personal uh, life, your love life. This could have something to do with um, your emotional state. This could be where you are in your spiritual path or your spiritual journey. But this talks about some issue that either you have overcome or you're going to overcome. Okay. This talks about also finding some sort of solution to some major issue that you've been dealing with for a while. Okay, I feel like you've learned a lot of lessons in this regard, right? You have learned a lot of lessons, but you are also closing out a cycle. You are closing out a cycle. So, looking in the past here with success in the reverse here and theft, I'm getting an energy of someone has taken someone's happiness or they have taken something, right? Um, there's an energy of someone has taken something from you. You may have been, you may have been on your way to some sort of success, okay? Whether it was a job or whether you were about to land like I don't know, new business. Maybe you're going to be getting a business loan. Maybe you're going to be buying a home. Something was happening that was good for you. Okay. Something was happening that was good for you. It could have even been like a promotion on your job. But with theft here, there's an energy of someone who either doesn't want to see you have this or they want to take it because they want it. You see what I'm saying? Like either someone does not want you to be successful or and I feel like someone was going out of their way to keep you from being successful and you had to overcome these people. Selfish people. And then you have gather and you have manifest here in the current energy, right? So This refers, gather, you think of gather, you think of a lot of people, or you think of some external factor. Could be friends, a group of friends, it could be family. Okay. Um, and with manifest here, there's an energy of the people that are around you now are all positive. There's an energy of the people around you all are in line helping you to get where you want to be. Okay. So there was someone in the past, Cancer, that tried to keep you from getting what you wanted, or they tried to take something from you. The people that are around you now, I'm seeing, are people that are happy for you. These are people that you know, they want to see you succeed. They want to see you get to your goals. Do you see what I'm saying? They're not keeping you from anything. And in the future energy, we have new hobby and we have decision here. And this can resonate for you as past, current, future energy, but this could also be what you're going through overall here. I feel like it's like you're this is something, a lesson that you've learned. I feel like with new hobby, this represents like a new group of friends, or it's almost like you made a decision to have certain people around you that are good for you, right? This says healthy habits, okay? And it also says new social group. And under the deck, here we have decision. So this talks about doing what's best for you and having choices, right? And being at a crossroads. So I feel like there was an energy of you had to make a decision to cut certain people out that were bad for you, or either, you know, weren't good for you, just period. They weren't good for you, or they didn't want what was best for you. I feel like once you do this, it is going to relieve a ton of anxiety on your part. I feel like you have been under so much pressure, Cancer. You have been pulled in every direction except for the one that you want to go in. And that is bullshit. You only have one life to live. Don't let other people take your life away from you. That is so unfair. Tell them to kiss off. Do you understand? Tell them to kiss off and get a life of their own. Do you understand? Because it's not fair. You're not promised tomorrow. I could fall flat tomorrow, next week. Do you know what I'm saying? And if I'm doing everything for Joe Blow, Steven, Sally, Sue, Mary, Jimmy, and John, guess what? They're not going to give a shit about what my kids need. Or, you know what I'm saying? They're not going to give a shit about me. They're not going to give a damn. All they're going to care about is pretty much what they got out of the situation. And oh, that's too bad. And they'll move on with their life and find someone else to suck the lifeblood out of. Do you know what I'm saying? Screw that. I feel with new hobby here and decision, manifest and gather, it's like an energy of you gathered your shit and you decided that you were going to manifest the things that you wanted. You were going to get to the bag. You are going to have goals and you're going to succeed, right? With success in the reverse and theft, you couldn't succeed in the past because there was an energy of people were taking that from you. They were taking your energy here. It says clearly on theft here, it says energy vampire, scammers, loved ones taking advantage. Hello? So, yes, very much could be a relationship, right? They could be especially the loved ones, is what it should say, because those are the ones that take the most advantage of you. It's not even work these days. You know what I'm saying? That's why I also said, y'all, I cannot make this shit up. I just did a reading just before this one for I believe it's Gemini on my other channel. She reads tarot. And I said the same exact thing. Same exact thing. As a matter of fact, I channeled the energy, I believe, before the reading even started. But I'm like, the morals these days around being single, or the thought process around that being single, is so overrated. And yeah, it's misconstrued, and people are so desensitized nowadays. Um, but being single is a blessing. In the Bible, it talks about it. It says that this in the Bible. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know why people think they're doomed if they don't get married, or don't, if they're not in a relationship. That's bullshit. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Can I say that 3 times? I think I just did. But it is. Um, yeah, it's all about being healthy. This says relieving anxiety, Cancer, having mental energy. Can you imagine what that feels like? You know, to not have people sucking the very life blood out of you, right? Because they're more concerned about what they need rather than what you need or want, right? Okay. So, yeah, I feel like with this healthy habits and new hobbies, and, doing what's best for you here, look, it says it clearly right underneath new hobby. Kid you not. Doing what's best for you, making better choices. And what does it say up here? Healthy habits, a new hobby, doing something different, getting a whole new group of friends, right? Because the old ones were sucking the blood out of you, Cancer. Do you understand? Whether it's friends, whether it's a relationship, some, children that have nothing going on, you're going to overcome this. Okay. You're going to close these cycles, right? People are going to have to learn. Okay. People are going to have to learn here. Look, we got lonely. Do you see what I'm saying? What did I tell you? And this is a blessing. It's not an omen. It's not an omen. Okay. Some of the best times that I have in my whole life have been alone, just me and God, because I can't let me down, and I'm not going to hurt me. Do you see what I'm saying? Should take some time to think about that for a while. You don't always want to be alone, but I'm just saying it's not an omen. I don't know why people are afraid of it. I used to be, but I was in a different mentality. So live long enough. Um, and people take for granted what they don't know. So it's all about your view as well. Hold on for just one moment, okay? Okay, so now let's go ahead and look at the tarot messages. All right, as they apply. So, looking at success in the reverse and theft, success in the reverse and theft. Again, I feel like there's just an energy of being around negative people and that is kind of what you were manifesting with success in the reverse. You were not manifesting. You see what I'm saying? There's an energy of being around energy vampires was putting you in a place where you were not able to get to your goals. You know what I'm saying, Cancer? You weren't being productive. And because you weren't being productive, sweetheart, you are not living at your potential and things are not happening. And maybe this is the way people wanted you to be. I feel like people were either jealous. Do you see what I'm saying? Or they just flat out did not have anything else going on. And I'm telling you right now, Cancer, that is, look at this. You have the Ace of Wands here. This talks about action, someone who's very passionate, wants to get something done, someone who's very excited about living life or taking action. Okay. This is someone who has a new idea and uh, they want to put it in motion, right? And they're passionate about the things that they want to do. Cancer, I feel like you're very passionate about your work, or you're very passionate about the things that you feel creative about. Okay. When you want to do something, you are extremely passionate about it. And again, the fact of theft here, this is someone who is intentionally keeping you from succeeding. This is only something that it is going to piss you off. That Ace of Wands also refers to someone who is getting angry. And look, we have the Lovers here under the deck. This is definitely a relationship or a partner or someone that you have a commitment to. This could also be a overbearing boss, okay, or a manager who has a lot of expectations of you. But there is something that is brewing. There's definitely a problem that is taking place. Okay. There is a problem. Before I move on, I'm going to go ahead and clarify and then we'll move on. So let's go ahead now and clarify as we go. Might make this reading go a little quicker. So let's just see. Let's just see here. Interesting how that happened. Tell me about the Ace of Wands here. And I believe that was the Ace of Swords that I just saw. Tell me about the Ace of Wands and the Lovers here. Yeah, there's some sort of argument about what you want to do, perhaps. Or there's something that you want to do that you're not able to do. Now we have the Hermit. We have the Hermit here. You could be dealing with the Virgo. This is Virgo energy. Um, and the Hermit and the Hangman always go hand in hand for me. Usually, when you see the Hermit come out in a reading, I typically look for the Hangman. You know, um, but this is someone who is now taking a close look at where they stand in the situation. This is also an energy of someone who is pulling back their energy or pulling back physically. Like, I need a break, or I need space, or I need time to myself to figure out where I stand in the situation. because I feel like here, Cancer, like I said, this is pretty much going to be the end of everything if this person is keeping you from manifesting and making things happen, being an empress. That's why the empress is Cancerian energy. But this is what you do. This is why you are here, right? To make shit happen. And for someone to try to stop that is a problem for you, right? And this is something you now are contemplating. Like, well, is this really the connection for me? Because it doesn't seem like I'm going to be able to do the things that I need to do here. Under the deck, look at this, y'all. I can't make it up. The High Priestess. The High Priestess. This is also a divinely guided energy, first, first of all. But when you also think of the High Priestess, you think of divinely guided. You think of someone who is very spiritual or who has spiritual gifts. Okay. And with that Hermit here, with the High Priestess, like both of those cards right now is giving me an energy of someone who is pulling back and connecting with the divine. They're pulling back and contemplating on whether or not they're on the right spiritual path. Is this where I'm supposed to be? Am I on my divinely guided path? And if success is in the reverse and you have energy vampires around, obviously, you're at, what did I say? A crossroads. That's what it says right here with decision. Okay. You are at a crossroads. Why? Because you are ready to get to the bag. You're ready to manifest again. Because that's all you were here to do. That's all you were here to do. And you love to manifest because you like taking care of others. And unless you're manifesting, you're not going to be able to take care of others. You understand? So there's that. Okay, just like we have gather right above manifest. This is about gathering everything together so that you can take care of everyone. You think of people out gathering the crops so they can bring them back in to feed their family. It's a community. The last word here says community, right? You have a responsibility, I feel, to take care of others. And because of that, you are always looking for ways to manifest. Always, constantly. Okay. I have many different ways that I can get to the bag. Okay. I have I always have a constant, and then I have other residuals that are, they're there and they can be very secure, but they're options. They're not, you know what I'm saying? But even the really secure pathway is not always set in stone. It's not always set in stone. But to think, Cancer, and this is a high level reading. So if you're not on a high level, don't try to get down with this reading. You're not going to understand. You'll be frustrated. But this is a high level reading. So take it how it resonates, okay? Leave it the rest for those that do, okay? But when it comes to gathering and manifesting, that's what you do on a normal. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what you do on a normal. And to be in an energy where you're being hindered, okay, is making you uncomfortable. That's like me in a house without running water. And I don't just mean running water, but you can have like a problem in the kitchen with the pipes. And the water can be great everywhere else, but you have an issue with the kitchen that the sink, it continues to drip, or either you can't, the water doesn't come out properly. I don't know. Whatever it is, you have an issue anywhere with water in the house, I am freaking out. And I hate it there. You understand? I don't, it's just me though. That is me. That's how I operate on a natural level. I can't handle it. It is just me. So when I'm in a place where that's going on, I feel uncomfortable. I get uncomfortable. Naturally, I get the heebie jeebies. You understand? That lets me know immediately I'm not on the right path. This obviously is not, something's wrong here. It's like a red flag. That's that's this energy here. You're having a red flag moment because your spirit is saying, wait a minute, wait a minute here. You know, um, yeah, this isn't good. And this is kind of the second reading, Cancers, where you have experienced this with someone who is coming after your abundance here in some way, or trying to keep you from it. So that's interesting. Tell me about gather and manifest here. Tell me about gather and manifest. Okay, once again, you have you are responsible for others. People are looking up to you to make things happen, you know. Um let's see here. I feel like you are also responsible for either taking care of others in a financial aspect. Okay, so when you talk about gather, this is like working. Okay, you have to secure the bag in order to manifest, in order to make things happen. Tell me about gather and manifest. Gather and manifest. Look at this, yo. Look at it. Read it and weep. You have the high priestess. Again, Cancer. This here, right here, is letting me know this is you ascending. You chose the high road. You chose the high road. You chose to be on the path that spirit wants you on. This is the path towards success. This is you overcoming. Also, the high priestess is one who doesn't mind being alone. Do you see where I'm going with this? Because once again, same energy. There is nothing wrong with being by yourself. Okay, especially when there's something that you need to do. If somebody told me that I was going to be a millionaire, okay, but I had to focus on this particular project, and it was going to take, you know, a solid year of me focusing on this project for it to get off the ground the way I need it to, in order for me to, get this 5 million or how many ever $1 million I was going to get at the end of this. But I had to be able to solidly focus for a full year. And then I tell my person this information. Um, And rather than be happy for you, this person will pretty much create roadblocks. See what I'm saying? Pretty much create roadblocks, therefore keeping you from being in an energy where you even want to manifest and meet your goals. That, my friend, is sabotage. However, with choosing the high road and the quiet road here, the high priestess is a very quiet energy, one who does not need to say a whole lot of anything, right? They just gather together and they go get what they need to get done. They're about their father's business. Look at this. You have the high priestess, you have it twice. Spiritually, divinely guided. This is a very, very spiritual energy here. Someone who prays a lot, someone who has a lot of faith, okay, in the divine. And y'all, I'm going to tell you right now, I saw the star underneath the deck. I sure did. And it's so funny. I'm looking here now, and what do we have? The Hierophant. You can't get any higher than this. This is the ultimate in the divine. This talks about spiritual truth. This talks about higher, being on a higher plateau, an ascension, a spiritual awakening. The divine. It talks about religion. Okay. The high priestess, same deal. And this is you. You are gathering your shit together. You are getting new friends. New friends. It says attending a party, accepting an invitation, you will have fun. It will be a community. These people will support your dreams and your goals and your ambitions. They won't sit there and haggle you or bear you down emotionally to the point where you don't want to do anything. No, that's this. That is success in the reverse, and that is theft. That is this sabotaging meddler person that you got away from, because that is in your past energy here. And you've gotten away from this. I know why, and I know you have, because the high priestess came out again. Okay. And look, under the deck, baby, the Three of Pentacles. This doesn't get better than this. This talks about working together as a team. And we have the high priestess. So I'm telling you right now, that's who you are working with. That's who you are in a relationship with. Okay. The divine. You are in a partnership, okay, pretty much with the divine. And look at, we have the tower behind the scenes. This is a unexpected change. Okay? I like the way that sounds. An unexpected change of events. Do you see what I'm saying? You went from being vampired, basically, drained energetically, to relieving yourself from anxiety. Literally, it says new hobby, anxiety relief, new social group, and then artistic talent. You probably, with mental energy, you probably, now that the energy vampires or the emotional meddlers have gone away, you can now think properly. Okay. Now you can be beneficial to yourself. You probably will start making money and being successful just based off of that, Cancer. But you are going to determine your success when you put you first. This is the decision. This is where this comes in. Okay. In the future, you have to make the right choice here. But let's go ahead and clarify now this high priestess. Crazy work in the Three of Pentacles, y'all. Mm-mm-mm. And you're working with the divine, baby. See what I'm saying? You're not jumping from one relationship to another bad one. You know, this isn't about that. This is about manifesting for you. That's all you're focused on. And if you couldn't do it with this connection here because they were vampiring you, whether it's friends, this could be friends, okay, that they don't they don't have shit to do. You see what I'm saying? So of course they want to not do shit with you as well. But you do have shit to do. See what I'm saying? You have shit to do. And you want to manifest. You want blessings. You see what I mean? You want to reap what you sow. Okay? And you're not going to get caught up. Tell me about High Priestess and the Three of Pentacles. You have to focus on things that are on an ascended level, baby. Okay? If you want to be on an ascended level. Okay? Get it how you live it. All right. And look, we have the devil here. Look at this. And under the deck, look, the Six of Wands. Yo, y'all, this just came full circle. Let me tell you why. This devil energy, same toxic energy that was emotionally vampiring, that was keeping you from what? Success. That is what the Six of Wands represents. You succeeding. You succeeding. And with the death card, baby, guess what? And once again, for the millionth time, like in a week, we've got the death card again coming up in your readings. Scorpionic energy here. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, a Capricorn, a Virgo, a Pisces. Strong energy and lots of major arcana here. But you are changing. What did I say? You were going through a sudden change, like overnight, like metamorphosis. You are now, what is Gina's word? Oh my gosh, unfuckable with. Oh my gosh, she makes me laugh so hard when she says that. You can now consider yourself, Cancer, unfuckable with. Because that's pretty much what this is. Seven of Wands with the Death card, and you have the Devil here. Do you see that? That toxicity being stamped out. Why? Because you're changing. You're changing. Your pathway to success is changing, or the people that are on the path with you is changing. Either way, whatever the case may be, there are changes taking place. Okay? There are changes taking place, baby. That's why we saw the tower. Okay? That's why we had the tower here. Let me put it down just so y'all can say, you didn't say that. Yes, I did. And you saw me because I showed it to you. So I'm going to put it right there because there it is. Whoop, there it is. So now with new hobby and decision here, let's see. Let's see here what you got cooking in the oven, because it looks like you are going to have some stress relief. Okay, it says anxiety relief, because why? You have a whole new group of friends or people that you mess with. You see what I'm saying? Um, and now you are mentally like clear. You don't have to like stress and worry about people trying to stop you from success. You can breathe now. Do you see what I'm saying? You're you've done what was best for you. You made a probably a difficult decision because again, these were people you were close with, right? But they didn't have your best intentions. Look, we have the moon. The whole moon just came out. It just came out. Piscean energy again. Under the deck, the Three of Cups. Look at this. Look at this. Three of Cups. Now there's an energy of listen, you don't know if you even want to have these connections. It's like, I don't really know that because that Three of Cups represents you spending time connecting with friends, family. There's an energy of you having a good time, basically. Having a good time. Um, but with the moon here, it's like it's an illusion. It's just an illusion, or there's an energy of are they really your friends? Do you see what I'm saying? You not being sure if these people had good intentions, right? And you are at a crossroads now because I do feel like it's probably harder for you at this point to even make friends that you trust. There's an energy of doing things on your own. Look, we have the 10 of Pentacles under the deck. And look, we have peace in this deck that is from a whole nother deck, y'all. Kid you not. Why is this in here? Because it was probably in here from the last reading. But I kid you not. This came out with the 10 of Pentacles. This came out with the 10 of Pentacles. Underneath it all is the Queen of Pentacles. We already know that it's hard for a Cancer to like say no to people or like turn people down. It's difficult. But in this case here, I feel like peace is more important. Peace is more important than even having a friendship here or having people around you. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, look, you have the Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Cups here. You know, um, look, and you have the King of Cups. I do. I'm telling you right now, I feel like you are kind of emotionally distant when it comes to letting people in or letting people get too close, right? I feel like there's just an energy of you just want peace. You just want peace. You are at a crossroads. Do I want to choose more friends or do I just want to choose me for a while? I feel like you're choosing you. Yeah, you are choosing you here. And look, we even have the King of Cups and the Knight of Cups, right? So I feel like there's an energy of really distancing yourself when it comes to hanging out, right? Or even dating, right? This is also that Knight of Cups reflects or refers to dating or going out on a date or talking to someone new, flirting with people. And again, that King of Cups, you're just like, you know what? I don't think so. So, yeah. Ace of Swords and the Three of Wands. Yeah, Cancer, I feel like there's an energy of you telling someone it's just best for you to just kind of do your own thing. You're not looking for any commitments. You just want to be physically fit. What does it say? Have mental energy, making better choices, healthy habits here, doing what's best for yourself, doing what's best for you, making better decisions. And then with the moon, to clarify the moon, we got justice here and the Three of Cups. Okay. Again, um, this refers to karmics, a karmic, right? It's like, you're not sure if this situation is one that is for you right now. You're not. See, we have the world under the deck. This is closing a cycle here. Something is changing. With the Nine of Wands, you're not the same person that you have always been. Okay. These people are not going to always be able to look up and have you there. So I do see an energy of you moving on, but I see you doing it more in pre-empress energy. I see you just kind of wanting to be on your own here at peace, right? Tell me about Ten of Pentacles and peace. That is so funny that that card was in there. I usually will put it back, but I was like, no. See? The Nine of Wands. I told you. I told you. I feel like this could be family. This could be a friend. Okay. This could be a relationship. But I feel like these people counted on you always being there, or they thought you would always be there, but you're choosing peace. Under the deck, look, the Hanged Man. I told you. What did I tell you? What did I just tell you? What did I say? I said, I'm waiting for the Hanged Man to come out in this reading. Now that we have pulled the Hermit, now I'm waiting on its cousin, the Hanged Man, to come out, and there it is. There it is. Okay. Also Piscean energy, but yeah, you have no problem walking away, okay? Because it's all about your peace. It's all about you manifesting. It's all about you doing whatever you need to do to be successful, okay? Now we have the Queen of Cups and the Six of Cups here. I feel like there's an energy of coming in to reconcile, um, and I feel like there is going to be some sort of an apology that takes place or an acknowledgement. We have Judgment here under the deck that I'm clocking. I don't know why I looked over, but I looked over and I saw Judgment, the Judgment card here. And I feel like you're going to tell this person, yeah, I accept your apology. I love you and everything, but, I have to do me. I have to do my own thing. So there's going to be distance here. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Cups, please. Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. And look, 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 look. The Fool. another major arcana, Aries energy. This is a new beginning. Um, this is also someone feeling vulnerable. I feel like someone was coming in with an apology and they were expecting more than they got, or someone was just, they were feeling like someone did them wrong. Yeah, under the deck, we have the Eight of Cups. This talks about someone being overwhelmed, emotionally overwhelmed. And then we have the Fool. It's like this person is like, we're friends and everything, or I care about you, but I've got to do something new, or I've got to move on. I feel like there's going to be a lot of distrust, even though you may care about this person. I feel like the fact that this person tried to stop you from manifesting, or they tried to keep you from whatever the success was that you were headed towards, that's just going to put you in a place where you can't go back. Okay? At least not right now. At least not right now. Tell me about the King of Cups and the Knight of Cups. King of Cups and the Knight of Cups. We have the Eight of Wands here. There's going to be a lot of communication coming in. Okay. We have the Page of Wands here and the Six of Pentacles with the Nine of Swords. Yeah. And the King of Wands. I'm telling you right now, there's an energy of listen, you know, um, I know you're coming in with this apology and everything, but I'm not, there's an energy of it's too soon. We have the Page of Wands here with the Six of Pentacles. There's an energy of somebody who's kind of caught off guard. Okay. Or they're like not, they're, it's like they're doing something before they think it through all the way, or this person is acting before they think something through, and they're going to be surprised, or there's going to be a shock, or there's an energy of there's going to be some sort of something, they're going to get a response that they're not expecting here. The Nine of Swords is all about somebody who feels like they've been betrayed by someone, or this is someone who is scorned with the King of Wands energy next to it. So this is somebody who's very angry. Yeah, this person is angry and they are bitter and they are not letting this go, at least not now. I do feel like that is your energy when it comes to this person. I do feel like this person is someone that you cared about, and you're, it's, even though you're not necessarily getting rid of this person, you are separating yourself away from them. That's why we had the devil come through again, right? Because this is toxic. This is toxic. But with the Six of Wands here and the Death card, this talks about you changing, things changing. And it also talks about you letting go. You letting go of the need to fix everything, you letting go of the need for everything to work out, because everything is not always going to work out the way you want it to, right? everything is not always going to work out the way you want it to. And look, with the Fool and the Eight of Cups, there's even an energy of just kind of letting go of the need to control everything or the need to know what's going to happen. That Fool is taking the leap of faith, right? And the Eight of Cups is someone who is overwhelmed with trying to control people's feelings, right? So you're done with that. You are done with that. That's why with the Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Cups, when this person comes in with their apologies, it's like, that's great and everything. I accept your apology. But at the same time, I still have to close this chapter. I got to move on. I got to do me. Period, point blank. King of Cups here with the Knight of Cups. I got to do what's best for me. I have to emotionally stand up to you right now because, again, I'm still angry. I'm still upset. And with the King of Wands, I feel like it's going to happen again. I don't trust you. There's the energy of not trusting. So there's that. That was heavy. But that was all your energy coming through. So, as part twos do, I am going to take this into a part two. I'll look at your person's energy. Next, we'll look at the oracle messages first. And then we'll look at the tarot. And I'll do it the way that I did. We'll clarify before we move on. It just kind of makes things go a little quicker. All right, so I will see you guys in part two. The link will be available in the description box below once I am done with that message and probably likely before I upload this one. So I will see you guys a little bit later. And make sure you thumbs up the video, you guys. Thumbs up. I love you guys so much. Thank you for subscribing and thank you for booking your readings with me, you guys. Everybody who has booked a reading with me, thank you so much. I am going to have another flash sale this weekend, you guys. It's going to be starting on it's starting today. Okay, so if you're watching this message, the sale is already begun. 50% off of everything on the website, $25 and up. So if your purchase is $25, then you will get 50% off. Just use the sale code or the coupon code weekend. Okay. I love you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.